Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to age 40 years. I almost said age 20 years. Should I cut that? Leave it. Okay. I don't know. Been a while since I've done a lot of these, so apologize for the refresh, I guess. All right, well, I decided that lately I've done a few controversial bourbon releases, so I want to get back to stuff that people don't have strong opinions about. Come on. Everybody loves to hate this bourbon. Everybody loves to hate Weller. It's the Tater brand. It's one of them. But it is a 12-year product, and it's something I have on my shelf that I've had for a while. This is a 1 liter Weller 12. Very unique to find. Found this at Sam's here in Lexington, South Carolina, a while back. As you can tell, I got a good bit left of it, maybe half, maybe a little less than half. Weller 12 is the same mash bill as your normal Weller Special Reserve. It is a 12-year product. This one is made by Buffalo Trace. Let's just be clear on that. 12-year product, 45% alcohol by volume, 90 proof. If you want to know any more additional information, there's a whole story on the back. I'm not going to read that to you. But yes, a 12-year bourbon. This 1 liter I got for $90. So if you are familiar with the old $10 per year, this fits pretty well. However, this is a very often marked up bottle by stores, and also a very common bottle on secondary for people to pay extra for. The debate is always, is it worth it? Well, I paid $90, so I'm going to review it for paying $90 for a liter. I believe the standard bottle is like 60, 70. As you can tell, now that we've been through a few of these, I don't know. I don't keep track of that very well. But just like anything else, we're gonna nose it, we're gonna taste it, we're gonna check the finish, we're gonna talk about do we like it as a $90 bottle or for a liter of it, and we're also gonna talk about do we think it is something we would continue to buy. So with that, it's good to be back. Like and subscribe. That helps me tremendously. As of today, I think we're at like 29 subscribers. Not a lot. That's okay. But it does help. And the comments are even more helpful. So just uploaded a Wild Turkey 8-year video for the Wild Turkey 101 8-year. Let me know what you think on that. That bottle seems to be everywhere all of a sudden. So, pick it up, try it, see what you think. But today, back to Buffalo Trace and back to Weller. Now, Weller is a wheated mash bill. It is, I'll just admit, before we even get into this, let's just be honest. Let's be transparent. I like wheated bourbon. I did a blind of some wheaters not too long ago. It was Penelope wheated. It was a High Wire wheated, which is South Carolina distillery. It was Weller Antique 107. And it was the Bardstown wheated, which funny that I forget about the Bardstown because that's the one that, spoiler alert, that's the one that won. But I do like Weller. I don't like it how it's just gotten out of control price wise. But even today, I found a handle of Weller Special Reserve and I picked it up. It was $75 before tax. Look, that's 2/5 of it. So you're talking what? Do some math. Carry the two. $37.50 a 750 plus you get an extra 250. Is that good math? So I think that's fair pricing. I picked it up. It's sitting in that bench over there. I will continue to do that when I see them at a reasonable price, but I'm not going to pay unless this blows me away or 107 blows me away or foolproof blows me away. I don't think I'm going to pay those secondary prices. So instead, let's talk about, is it worth its standard price? Now, that's a bit of a hefty pour we did here. I guess you're going to have to enjoy a lot of Weller 12. I haven't gotten to the point where I pour these into an infinity bottle like my friends over at SLB Drinks. I just drink them. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll nose it first. It's pretty simple there, right? I mean, for any of you that have had Weller, the first thing you get is that smoothness. It's vanilla. It's caramel. A little bit of fruit in there, maybe some apple. And it's oaky. I mean, it's 12 years. It's going to be oaky. Now, remember, 90 proof, so watered down a little bit. But, I mean, pretty standard fare. I think that's a great nose. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great nose. It's light. Part of that I'd attribute to the wheat. Part of that I'd attribute to the proof point. So it's not real like punchy in the nose, which I guess knowing that it's 90 proof, I wouldn't necessarily expect that. So, um, I think nose stands up pretty good. Let's go ahead and move on. Mm. First thing on the palate, oak. Next is, I mean, definitely vanilla in there, but the next thing is something like maybe it's that apple, maybe it's like a little bit, I think it's like a little bit of cherry in there. It's really nice, but look, I don't really like maraschino cherries, but the sweetness of this, I mean, it's very sweet. That is a very sweet palate. The sweetness of this, though, on the palate is pretty intense, and I think it's almost instead of like that. If I get an old fashioned, I like it to have the those like Luxardo cherries, those red, black cherries. What I don't typically like is a maraschino cherry. The cherries that's the color of my shirt. Oh wait, shout out to Pizza Planet, and Disney. No, I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that word. But this is more maraschino cherry in it, and I think it mixes well with the vanilla and the oak. It's not trying to be something it isn't. It's really a good palate. Oh gosh, it finishes with that's what it is. It's on the back end, there's like some caramel apple that starts to get into that finish. Mm. It's really sweet at the end. So we get into the finish, and it's light on the heat up front. I think some of that's the wheat. Again, some of that's a proof point, but for a 90 proofer, it really kind of punches a little bit at the end, which is a delight. I got a nice little hug going on right now, but it's like a caramel apple cherry finish. It's really sweet. It's not. I mean, it's not like we're not talking about. This is a bourbon, right? This is just a straight bourbon. So this is there's no finish or anything on it. So we're not talking about like Havana or Rio or those types of finishes. What we're talking about is in this finish, it's sweet for a bourbon, which, Buffalo Trace, I think that's why it's so popular, is it is a sweeter, they use a little bit sweeter mash bills, lower proof points. But the finish is really nice. It really brings out a nice little caramel apple. Yeah. Yep. I mean, all the way through, get that nice oak flavor, but it's subtle oak. It's not punchy in the face like you're chewing on a stave. And the finishes with a nice sweet, but a sweet heat on the end. That's really good. So let's talk about it. Okay, hard to find, marked up a lot, found on secondary a lot. I don't care if you find it for MSRP or close, buy it. It's a great sweet sipper. I will continue to nurse this because I don't find it often. Um, I think it's worth the price point that I paid for it. And I think it's worth the reputation it's built. I mean, there's a reason why Buffalo Trace is so popular. It's not because people are overinflating it. It's good bourbon, but it's good bourbon at the MSRP that they intend it to be sold at. And you can get worked up about are they distributing enough and all that. I don't really care for any of that dialogue. What I care about is the bourbon good, and how does it progress from nose, palate to finish for the price you pay for it. And for me, Weller 12 is a good 12-year age product. You can taste a little bit of that age on it in the oak. You got really good sweetness in it, plenty of vanilla. I get like no cinnamon in it, no spices really at all. But yeah, I think it's a great 12-year product. Would I like to see a Weller 12 that's 110 proof? Sure, I think we all would. But am I happy with it being a Weller 12 as is? I am. So my advice to you is if you find it at or near MSRP, grab one. I don't stash bourbon, so you're welcome to if you want, but I don't. I don't think that that's the right thing to do. But I would definitely grab one. It is one I would back up, but I'm not saying get three, four, five of them. Save it for the rest and let people try it. The ones that back up a case are the ones that create the problems. So it's a good product. Good job, Buffalo Trace. Good job on the lineage for Weller overall. And yeah, I think if you really take the politicalness out of it, politicalness, is it really politicalness? The I don't know, the what would you even call that? It's not the community. It's not the politicalness. It's the just the rhetoric. There we go. Good word. Rhetoric. If you take the rhetoric around it out, and if you just blind tasted this, I feel like for me it would do really well. So we'll find out. Maybe I'll put it in a blind sometime. With that, ask y'all please drink responsibly and cheers.